In today's video, we're going to be working on shadows and shading using washes and portraiture. In this video, we're going to be starting with a base drawing. With this drawing, you don't have to erase the lines thoroughly. You can actually leave them in place, but we're going to start with the portraiture drawing. We're going to first put down the basic colors in the background that we're going to be using. We're going to try and focus on just two colors. So the colors I'm focusing on are going to be blues and kind of like an orangey red. Those are the colors that I'm working with. You start off with using your shadow color, so in my case it's going to be a blue, and you're just blocking in the shadowed areas around the face where the shadow is going to lay from where the light is hitting it. The darker areas are the areas you're going to want to add in your shade value to, and then any areas that are black you're going to want to have a little bit of a darker shade. This is going to take several washes where you are laying down the color, letting it dry, laying more color down over top of it to get that shadowed effect. And this is going to take you several layers to build up the shade that you're looking for. You also don't just want to focus on the face. You want to go and focus on the hair as well and add in just the darker values. You also want to leave plenty of white. Do not cover the entire thing in shadow or it's all going to look mucky and very dark and gloomy whenever you go and start adding another color. It's just going to mix together and not look great. So make sure you leave lots of white. When you get your shadowed areas done and you're ready to start adding in that pop of color, make sure you go into the highlighted areas. Also, try and leave some areas white as well, but you're going to want to go into the shadowed areas as well as the lit areas because that just makes the colors fuse together and makes it look more unified. Because light is always going to be hitting everything. It always will be. And don't forget that you can also bring up some color. So for instance, if you just want a very light wash, you can easily put down the color, let it set for a couple seconds, and then bring it back up. Now, once you get the basic blues and reds and the shadows and light areas colored, go in and start doing your background. After your background, then you can start adding in the black areas, just like we worked on last week. The black areas are going to be the darkest areas that you have, and it's really going to make your portrait pop. The area that you want to add in the black is going to be the darkest of the shadows, as well as in the eyes, and if you can see under the nostril, basically any crevices that you're going to be painting. You don't want to outline the whole thing. Instead, you just want to focus on the shadowed areas, and that's it. Don't outline the entire drawing, only the areas that have a deep, rich dark. It's also very good to look at a reference while you are painting. So if you have a reference available, look at that. Keep in mind that when you paint hair, you don't need to paint every individual hair. Just paint the darker areas. The darker areas is all that you need to give the impression of hair, and let the viewer's mind fill in the rest for them. I hope that you all enjoy this lesson. This is always one of my favorites, and it's really simple, easy lesson. It won't take you very long to complete at all. Thank you all very much. Hope you enjoy it. I'll catch you next time.